I am a new poet. Over the years, I've written occasional poems, but I started taking poetry writing workshops last spring, so I'll share a few things with you. Is it really black and white, laid out clearly as if life can be zebraed into creatively alternating options? Or is it all an optical illusion designed to camouflage, to hide which is the head and which is the tail, which is my body, which is yours, until we break into a run to survive encroaching lions? This is called hide and seek. She hides under the bench in the front hall. Not in the front hall, I call out loud as I pass through to the living room. Not in the living room, I call as I return to the bench and muse, where is Arden? My heel finds a solid mass. What's this? She squeals, it's me, Savta. I hide beneath a quilt. She climbs over me. We laugh. Her turn. I hear the door to the garage, and though I look, I don't see her. Has she gone out to the yard? Is she in the street? My heart speeds up. I race from room to room, wander through the garden. Finally, I hear her call. Savta, you couldn't find me. Relief mixes with a sinking sensation. I can't protect her after all. My next poem is based on a biblical story. You know the story of Abigail? And what you need to know is that her husband, Nabal, that word means fool in Hebrew. I think that's all you need to know for the poem. Abigail, which is Hebrew for Abigail. Abigail, my granddaughter, turned 18 last month. How old was her biblical namesake when she met David, not yet king, on his way to kill her husband Nabal for refusing to feed his band of merry men? She alit from her ass, bowed low, face to ground, begging forgiveness for her fool husband, predicting David's victory in 8 flowery verses. She presented 200 loaves, 2 bottles of wine, 5 butchered sheep, 5 measures of corn, 100 clusters of raisins, 200 cakes of figs, to feed his band of firebrands. Nabal, over breakfast, nursed a hangover as she told him, by the way, this is where I've been. This is what I've done to atone. His heart turned to stone. A stroke? He lingered 10 days, then died. David did not linger. He sent servants, and she hastened with 5 handmaidens on asses to become his next wife, her next husband. My granddaughter, home on break from national service, cooks up a storm to please parents and siblings 8, bakes fig bars and bread, blends smoothies, molds raisins with chocolate, freezes fruit pops and Rice Krispie treats. Satisfied with her work, she turns, bends backwards, places with hands on the floor, walks on hands to the door, straightens up and smiles, self-satisfied. I don't think she'll marry a fool. I have time for one more, maybe? Okay. I'm looking for my frog poem. This is called patience. I tell you, frogs can be very patient, waiting for sustenance. They don't go hunting for breakfast. They sit on a rock in the sun, biding their time, in shady patches of weeds if it's a hot day, waiting. Confident that a fly, an ant, or a moth will land so close, they will merely thrust their long tongues forward with alacrity and feast. And if no creature happens by that day, do they rouse themselves to move, address their needs, their hunger, outside their comfort zone? I told you, patience can only take you so far before passivity ruins your day.